Here myself. Hope everybody's doing good this morning. Hope y'all full of joy. These things here is not my joy. I do not like having to wear these things, but that's life. Get older. But today I want to talk to you about don't lose your joy. That's going to be the title of my message this morning. But first off, joy is a lot of things. And one thing is giving, not receiving, in my opinion. And that brings up one thing I do every year is Toys for Tots. I know everybody's had a hard time over the last month with all this damage. But we talked about this at the board meeting, and we thought this might be one of the best times to make a difference in a child's life that may be going without this year. And I'm asking again this year for donations for Toys for Tots that stays right here in Emmanuel County, 100% of it. You know, all this here I started back years ago before I retired with Department of Public Safety. You know, we did this for Toys for Tots, trying to help needy children in our communities. And I've tried to continue it as y'all will allow and as y'all's giving. But this year could be even more special than any other time that we have done this because of all the damage, the heartache, what the children have witnessed just in this last month is heartbreaking. And families may not be able to provide for their children. And every one of us in here is so blessed. I know I am. We are blessed. I am blessed more than the good Lord has deserved to bless me. But if y'all will join me this year, and let's make this a awesome, outstanding year for Toys for Tots. I'm asking y'all to dig deep. Let's do this for the children of the county. And if y'all know of a family here locally that's in dire need with children or anything else, let us know so we can do something for them, that we can see what a child needs or their children needs, so we can be able to help them as a church. I mean, this is a special time of the year. Christmas is everywhere. You know, you walk in Walmart, they got Christmas already up. We hadn't even made a Halloween and Thanksgiving yet. Christmas is always a good time of year. My butt says I get depressed. I don't like it. I love Christmas, but it's everywhere from Walmart. And one of the Christmas movies is on TV now. If y'all didn't know that, they're showing Christmas movies starting already on Hallmark, Great American Family. I prefer Great American Family, not putting that out as a advertising for them, but they do a lot of faith-based movies on Great American Family. And that just sets them apart from Hallmark or any other channel, in my opinion. But if you like Christmas movies, I love them. They said, my buddy says, oh, you like Christmas, but you don't want to get joyful at Christmas, but I try to be. But once again, let's try to help needy families if we can, because we do all kinds of things from weekend blessings to the food pantry at Summertown Baptist Church. You know, if you find it in your heart to make a donation to any one of these organizations, great organizations for families, reach out to them, make a donation. And if you don't want to go shopping to buy Toys for Tots, I'll do the shopping for you. Like I said, we're going to keep it right here locally. And the day of when we have our Christmas program is when we'll collect the toys. Okay. Can y'all do that for me? Can we make this a awesome, awesome year? Can we do it? Come on, church. Come on, let's get joyful. This is about joy this morning, you know. But thank y'all for listening to me on my little speech for Toys for Tots. But like I say, my message here is about joy, not losing it. But about a month ago, almost a month, Helene decided she wanted to rear her ugly head to us. And we were getting hurricane force winds. I couldn't go to bed. I was sitting up. 2:30, 3 o'clock, it went to getting really, really bad. And I couldn't sleep. And I was scared. I had grief. I didn't know what I was going to be facing when daylight came. But in Psalms 30 it says, morning will bring joy. The morning will bring joy. But I wasn't experiencing any joy leading up to that. And when I walked outside, it was awful. I didn't have any joy. I mean, it was just devastating to walk outside. Thank the dear Lord, I didn't have but minor house damage. But I was sitting there when all this happened. I could hear the siding ripping off our house, listening to the trees crackle and break and fall, and one hit the corner of our porch. Not a whole tree, but one about the size of a tree that fell out of a pecan tree. I didn't know what I was going to find. But I went outside. I saw 100-year-old pecan trees laid over. I just couldn't believe it. You know, and the dear Lord blew that wind away from the house and took them trees the opposite way of my house. Some people didn't fare so well. I mean, yeah, I lost a storage building. It got damaged. I got a hole in my shop. That can be fixed. We didn't get hurt. We didn't lose no life. Thank the Lord. I ain't heard of anybody in this area that I heard that died from the storm. Florida didn't fare so well. But it took me a little while to find joy in that. But I got to thinking. I saw this damage, and I said, God, thank you for not letting a tree fall in our house. Our house is over 100 years old. You know, just thank you, God, for not letting a tree fall on it. My brother had 2 trees on his house. That's got to be fixed. But what I'm getting at is you got to find joy in everything you do. Look for it. You got to look for it. Young people, you got to look for it. Your mothers and fathers may tell you, you know, different things, but we need to teach our children. We got to teach them to find joy. It doesn't matter what it is. Somebody could do something to you against you, but God will turn it around and make something better come from it. I promise you. It's happened to me. Because I got God on my side. I hope y'all got God on his side. I told Brittany I think it was this week, that, you know, I told her, I said, God's on my side, and he's on her side. She's like me. She stresses over tests, and she's got a big test that she's got to take. I hate tests. And she was stressed. I was like, give it up to God. Put it in his hands. Lift it up. But and find the joy and peace out of it, because he will make it happen. Like I say, God's on my side. I know he is. I've had things done to me in the past that, I was bitter about. But I look back and I found some good come out of it. Find the joy, because God's made it better. Come out better off. I was listening to but first off, I got a little ahead of myself. The ones that's here that don't know me, I am my catcher. And the guests are members that hadn't been here in a while. Thank y'all for being here this morning. We welcome y'all. We're glad you're here with us. We want you to stay with us, come back. If you don't have a church family, we want you to be part of our church family. But welcome. It's great to see y'all this morning. Glad y'all are here, but there's something wrong with this picture right here because, like Randy said, the church is going to go to lean and we've got too many people on this side. I don't know what it is about this side. Is it somebody hid money in the pews or something? Y'all over there trying to find it? The goats. Yeah, I walked in. I saw all these people sitting on this side. Like, is something wrong with this side? Is the seats messed up or something? I don't know. But it don't matter. Glad y'all are here. Welcome. And please, if this is your first time being here, please come back and visit us again. But as I was getting dressed this morning, I was listening to a radio program on Y96 this morning. It's a kind of a Christian-based type show. People call in. They play Christian music, some country Christian music. And I was there as I was there brushing my teeth. This lady called in. And she had a story that she was telling that it caught my attention. Her and granddaughter was riding jet skis out in the Gulf of Mexico down off the coast of Florida. They got hit by a huge wave. Knocked both of them off their jet ski. They got separated. And the granddaughter was found within 30 minutes. Both of them were wearing blue life jackets, which it blends in with that pretty water of the Gulf. It was hard to see. But the grandmother, she could see the helicopters flying, but they couldn't see her. She was out there for 4.5 hours. And she was losing hope. She went underwater, thinking she was going to die. She was experiencing grief, fear, sorrow, knowing her granddaughter was out there, didn't know if she was dead or alive. She went underwater and she came up. Last hope. She had been to Walmart at some point and bought her a new watch. Just a cheap watch, nothing fancy. It was sparkly, shiny. When she come up out of that water, when she went under and come up, she reached her hand up like she was reaching for God to grab her hand. The sunlight hit her watch, and the sparkle reflected off, and the pilot of the helicopter saw it. It took them 45 minutes to get to her, but when they got to her, she told them, "I'm not getting in this boat until y'all tell me my granddaughter is alive and she's safe." And they told her. But she was experiencing fear, grief, sorrow for the love of her granddaughter. She didn't know the outcome. Though as soon as she found out that she was safe, she found joy. She was overjoyed. And I wanted to use this story to kind of go along with the message. You know, she found that joy because she knew her granddaughter was safe. She was ready to die in that water if her granddaughter had died. But we got to look for the good. I always look for the good. Last night I got a text from Miss Janet. Wishing me the best this morning. Looking forward to hear this message this morning. And I told this at Midville this morning. You know, that small little text meant the world to me. That she was looking forward to listening to me speak this morning. Not knowing what kind of crowd was going to be here this morning. I'm not the greatest speaker. I'm no Randy Carlin by no means. But that meant the world to me. It calmed me down a little bit sitting there as I was reading and studying, trying to prepare. But thank you, Miss Janet. And as we move forward I'm going to read the scripture, and I'll go back and kind of break things down. But as we're going to be reading from John chapter 16, verses 16 through 24. A little while you will no longer see me, and again a little while you will see me, Then some of his disciples said to one another, "What does he mean by saying to us, 'A little while, and you will no longer see me, and again, a little while, and you will see me, and because I am going to the Father'?" They said, "What does he mean by this, a little while?" We do not know what he is talking about. Jesus knew that they wanted to ask him, so he said to them, "Are you discussing among yourselves what I meant when I said, 'A little while, and you will no longer see me, and again, a little while, and you will see me'? Very truly I tell you, you will weep and mourn, but the world will rejoice. You will have pain, but your pain will turn to joy. When a woman is in labor, she has pain because her hour has come. But when her child is born, she no longer remembers the anguish because of the joy of brought a human being into this world. So you have pain now, but I will see you again, and your hearts will rejoice, and no one will take your joy from you. On that day you will ask nothing of me. Very truly I tell you, if you ask anything of the Father in my name, he will give it to you. Until now, you have not asked for anything in my name. Ask and you will receive, so that your joy may be complete. There's a lot in that passage. I'm going to go back and break some of this down for you. But Jesus wants us to be happy. He wants us to live in joy. And that's what I said. Look for joy in everything you do. Don't get mad if you pull up at Walmart and you got that very front parking space up there. Oh, I'm fixing to get that parking space. You get around there and here come a car. Zips right in on you. He just stole it from you, didn't he? I see Amy back there looking at Shane. Does he get mad? Or do you get mad? I do sometimes, I'm going to admit. But, and if you get it, say, "Thank you, Lord. Nobody got it from you." But don't let anybody steal your joy. Don't let anybody take it from you. They will try. They will do everything in their power to take your joy. Don't let it happen. But here in the beginning of the passage, it says, "In a little while, you will see me no more." That is referring to, Jesus knew he was going to die on that cross. Excuse me. It says, "You will see me in a little while. You will see me again." That goes from his death to his resurrection. But his disciples did not understand that. They didn't know what he was talking about. But Jesus had to explain to them, that, they will see him, no longer see him, and then they will see him, and they will have experienced grief and sorrow because he will go away. But when he returns, when he goes to sit to the right hand of the Father, but when he returns, they will have joy. They will be rejoicing. And that can mean, maybe the second coming of Christ. We will experience that joy. But they wanted them to ask, what he meant. But it gets on there and says, "Very truly I tell you, you will weep and mourn while the world rejoices. You will grieve, but your grief will turn to joy." That's what I'm saying. I've been with a lot of y'all over the years in the loss of a loved one. I've been there every step of the way with some of y'all from working in a funeral home. Y'all experienced that grief. I experienced it with you. I may have not shown it, but I experienced it. And I'm sorry for that y'all had to go through that. But you need to look for joy in that outcome. Look for that joy, because Because once again, like Jesus said, you will see me again. Y'all will see your loved one again, and you will rejoice. You will have that joy. It'll be there. I truly believe that. God does not make mistakes. Y'all believe that? You may have something or someone taken from you unexpectedly. Yeah. It's hard, but try to look for the good in it. Look for the good. Look for the joy. You know. But, and I will say, I am no longer with the funeral homes. Just to make y'all aware. Wednesday was my last day. This past Wednesday, I did resign due to my upcoming back surgery. I didn't think I could continue on. Don't know what it's going to do, but y'all pray for me. This will be number 3, and I'm not taking any joy in that, but I know it's going to be okay. I know it's going to be fine. There will be joy in the morning. Maybe some pain, but there still will be joy in the morning, as it says in Psalms 30. Jesus likes to use parables throughout the Bible on certain things. And here it was talking about childbirth, woman giving birth, going through the pain and agony of giving birth. But this is just a short parable that Jesus likes to use, I think, to get his point across. You know, and the ones of you who's experienced motherhood and you have given birth to a child, you know what I'm talking about. I was there with both of my 2 born. I saw the pain Teresa went through. But that pain goes away very quickly when they bring that little baby to you, lay it up there on your chest, and you get to see that baby. That was one of the greatest joys of my life, was watching my 2 being born, coming this world. They give me a lot of joy, but they give me some grief too. Yeah, they do. But I love them. They mean the world to me. And I'm sure same with y'all's children. It's all not going to be milk and honey, peaches and cream. You know, they're going to be tough times, but you can get through it. But it's joy. Those children, your grandchildren, especially the grandchildren. I've always heard, I don't have none of them yet, hoping no time soon, but I've always been told there's nothing like having a grandchild. You can spoil them, send them back home to mom and daddy. And I have no doubt, one day we will have some, hopefully, maybe, hopefully so, that we will get to experience that feeling. And my 2 children will probably end up hating me with a passion, because they know how I am. I'm more loving and caring than I am mean, I guess, sometimes. But they may tell you different. But they get spoiled, like all the rest of them do, and I'll probably be worse with a grandchild. But that gives you that joy. Grandparents, does that give y'all joy to give your grandchildren what they want? Even though they may not need it, but what they want, you want to do it for them. You want to do it for them. And I hate putting Brittany and Brandon on the spot, but their grandparents, Teresa's mom and daddy, it was that way. They could ask for anything they wanted. And their pa, it was there the next day or that afternoon when they got home from school. Anything they wanted. I'm not bragging. That's the kind of people they were. That was their joy. But I remember Brandon told his pa, I want a John Deere tractor. Brandon was little. I don't know how, I can't remember how it was. But I think Brandon was in school, young age. We come home, what's in the front yard? Is a little battery-powered John Deere tractor with a little green John Deere trailer behind it. But that gave me joy to see the look on his face. Brittany had her a Barbie car. They gonna get me when I leave here probably. But things like that I got a lot of joy out of that. Oh, but you know, once you experience that childbirth, you got that pain, anguish, then that child's there, you see that joy, just wonderful, wonderful joy. It goes on to say, I will see you again and you will rejoice, and no one will take your joy. Nobody will take that joy from you. You can't let somebody just reach out and grab it and take it back from you. It's yours. Own it. That's your joy. Yeah. I do a lot of things that gives me joy. I love serving this church. It gives me joy. I like helping people. It gives me joy. It makes me happy. Because I don't want nothing in return. I'm not going. If I come help one of y'all, I'll come help you if you need help. I'm not going to ask anything from you. I don't want anything from you. That's just the type of person I am. Not all people's like that. They want you to pay them to do something for you. No. If you need help, you come ask me, can you help me? Most likely, I'm going to probably drop what I'm doing, and I'll come to you. Because Teresa says a lot of times I'll put off stuff at the house to go help somebody else. That's just me. But find good in everything you do, because there's joy everywhere you look. We may go through the hard times, like with all this destruction that we went through, stuff we've never seen before, but find the good in it. Even though you may have a tree on your house, find the good in it. Be thankful that you're sitting here this morning. That's joy. That's the good in it. You didn't get hurt. That house can be fixed. That house can be replaced. That car can be fixed or replaced. But neither one of you can be fixed or replaced. You're unique. You're one of a kind. You're God's child. You're God's children. So don't let anybody steal that joy from you. And it goes on to say, ask and you will receive. God knows every need for us. I believe that. You may ask for something, oh God, please, I want a new car. Okay? You might need a new car or want one. God may have other plans for you. He knows what you need to make you happy. That new car may come. That surprise check may come in the mail that you don't know you're getting. But yeah, you can ask. And you may receive, but you're not going to receive till the good Lord's ready for you to receive it. And I truly believe that. You may want it. It'll happen when God's plan is ready for it to happen. He has a plan for all of us. But you ask in his name. And here at the end it says, your joy will be complete. I'm sorry for this thing keep bouncing around, making loud noises. But ask, you will receive. Your joy will come. Not just in asking for things, but anything we do. Go out every day and look for the good in somebody. Look for the joy. Help somebody experience that feeling of joy. It's there. I've experienced it. You know, I find joy in coming up here, even though I might have been nervous live streaming, and everybody out there on Facebook watching it this morning. I hope you and everybody out there can find the good in everything you do with your family. My family gives me great joy. Tell them that. And I'm guilty of that. I don't tell them that all the time, that they give me joy. But they're my greatest joy. They make me happy. I don't need anything else to make me happy. As long as I got them, I'm good. And I got God. He's on my side. Once again, I know he's on my side, and I hope he's on your side. Because I'm telling you, believe me, and trust him. The song I picked out, Trust and Obey, you got to trust God. Put your faith in him. Trust him. Everything will be all right. Everything will be all right. That joy will come. But thank y'all today for being here this morning. Thank y'all for listening to me. I hope y'all got something out of this message. That y'all were, it was a joy for me to stand up here in front of y'all. It's a joy to be your lay leader. Hope y'all please. I think I've been a lay leader about as long as Randy's been here, if I remember right. It's been a long time. But I do get joy and comfort. Like I say, I may get nervous standing up here, and that's just me. But once again, thank y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful, great, marvelous day, wherever you may go, out to eat or whatever. But I wish y'all the best. Bless. Remember Toys for Tots. And the ones that are listening on Facebook, if y'all want to make donations, you can bring it here to the church or get in touch with one of the church members. But let's make Toys for Tots the best this year, because it has been a rough month for everybody. And let's help the needy. Let's help these children. They need to get back to normal and have some stability. But thank y'all again for being here. Y'all are a wonderful group. Y'all are not friends. Y'all are family. Y'all, my church family. I love every one of you. But thanks again for being here.